guys, welcome back to season 3 of How They Healed. If you're wondering where season 1 and 2 is, it's on this YouTube channel. Just scroll to the playlist of How They Healed. You can watch season 1 and 2. How They Healed was created because I healed from having a child at 19, 14 heartbreaks, 15 abortions, and a divorce. Today, I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist and a family life coach. I help people heal from trauma, emotional pain, dysfunction for a greater life of abundance and meaning. So, subscribe to this channel so that you can be the first to watch when a new episode drops. Stay tuned for the rest of the episode.
But I was afraid of doing any surgery. And so I procrastinated. I was looking for different ways. They say you can drink this celery juice. Okay, let me go drink celery juice. I drank celery. I'll go.
You go grow for your head.
I will go for checkup. It's still there. That thing, it was growing too quickly. I was afraid. I shut it down. I was like, no. I don't know what this thing is. I'm not sure what this thing is.
Yeah.
No. I could not entertain fear. I had praise session in the hospital. I dance. Like I have a video of me dancing, but I didn't post it online. Okay. I danced. I said, God, take control. And then I realized a very powerful principle that is equally important in business. That thing I was doing to clean it every 3 hours, I was checking in with my wounds daily. I'll tell you something. The ability to market, to sell, it comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
But when your heart is filled with offense, you remember what this person said, what that person did, how this person did to you, what they did. After all I did, going through pain, going through pain. I'm deeply wounded. Somebody that I would do plenty things for would just say, what value do you even bring? I woke up one day, Lara, and I did not have the energy to market.
Hi guys, welcome to How They Healed. You know how we do it here on How They Healed. We bring guests that comes to share their healing story, the story of resilience, growth, and how they are doing great things after everything they've been through. So, I like to always take you from a place of brokenness, dysfunction, confusion to a place of power. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a powerhouse here. I'm so excited. And let me not waste much of your time because I know people don't like too long introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome my friend of long time ago. Stephanie Obi.
Thank you.
As in Stephanie, we're just discussing. This is like a full circle for me. You understand? Because you knew me even though you didn't know. But you knew me when I was confused, scattered, trying to put all of these things together. And today it is, there's a path and we're building. And I'm so grateful that you came. I'm so grateful that I know you. I feel honored that you are here today because you have done so much for me without even knowing. Ladies and gentlemen, please introduce yourself. Let me not talk too much. So what do you do?
Lara,
Yes.
Thank you for such a kind introduction. I'm really grateful.
You're welcome.
And I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for bringing me on your platform.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yes. So I know you are. I don't want to misintroduce you.
Hey.
I want to introduce you properly because what I know you as for me is if I would introduce you, I'll say Stephanie shares knowledge or helps people build business empires. For me, that's it. Because that's what you're teaching. That's what you're helping people build. That's what you are helping me to build, by the way. So what would you like to add to that?
Okay. So what I'll say is I really work with leaders, people who have a message, who have been called to do something big in the world. So you see these people creating online courses, building communities, leading movements, okay? And many times they are confused.
Yeah.
Many times they cannot monetize. Many times they are overthinking. So there are 2 things I really do. Number 1 is I help them to make money.
Yeah.
We create products.
I like that.
We create products and we sell it every day.
Yes.
We show up, sell it every day. So that's the business part of me.
Yeah.
That we make money. All right.
it. I like it.
The second thing that they struggle with is they're afraid. They hesitate. Like, and so one of the biggest things I'm doing for them is to help them take bold action.
And there's something I like about you. You're one of those people that are not shy about her belief, her faith. When I saw that, you were like, I think there was a time, if I recall, you were like, please, so these are the people I'm going to start introducing my, faith, the Christian principles and all of those things. I'm like, this girl is so bold, though. Hey, she is so bold, though.
I didn't think that was bold. I was just being like,
so.
This is it. Because I don't want to be dancing around.
Yeah.
These are my convictions.
Yes.
And I want you to know them. I want you to see me and say,
like
Stephanie believes in God.
Yes.
Stephanie believes in Jesus.
Jesus,
Stephanie
yes.
talks about God in her business.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to be saying,
yes.
oh, I apologize if I offend anybody. Like, let's leave all of that. Like, I'm not putting anybody down.
Yeah.
But these are my own convictions.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk about them.
Yes, and you're not ashamed or hesitant or confused like those leaders to talk about it. I like that. So here we always go to the beginning.
Yes.
We start from the beginning. One of the things I know about you, you're such a, you're full of laughter. You have a signature laugh, by the way. I'm sure everybody has told you. Don't you know? Why are you doing like that?
Well, I hear it, but I don't know if it's signature.
I
just laugh.
It is. Your see? I like it. That's a signature laugh.
Okay.
And you're somebody that, I see you as somebody that brings joy to the room. You understand? No matter, let everybody be doing. You be Lara now, hand now, see your leg, see your face. It's fine, what are you doing now? You understand? You bring joy to the room. And it was shocking to me, one of those times I heard you speak, when you said, you used to be shy. I'd be like, hey, how? So what kind of a child were you?
I was a shy child.
Whoa.
Very shy. So it's funny now that everybody says, oh, Stephanie, you're so bold. That I don't even like know I'm being bold, but I'm just being bold. But I haven't always been like this. Anybody who knew me from secondary school will tell you that they don't understand what happened to me. It was like I transformed. I became this is a different version of Steph.
How? Why?
That version of Steph, when I was in secondary school, did not believe in herself. Had very low self-esteem. I was very shy. I couldn't use my voice. I thought that I wasn't good enough. I thought that nothing I had to say was valuable. I also didn't really believe that I was smart. And so even though I would come top of my class, internally, I didn't believe it. I thought there was a mistake somewhere.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I just know that I started to hear all these voices in my head. And I did not even know that there was a problem. It was just life as I know it. The day I realized that I probably had a challenge was one particular day we were in the assembly ground, and they said it was like midterm something where they call people who were top 3 in the class. So they call your name, you are top 3, come and get a prize. You come up the stage and come and get a prize. Okay. So when it came to my turn, they were calling my name, and I couldn't move. We were in the assembly ground, all of you are lined up like straight.
Yes.
So my classmate was saying, Stephanie, go now. They're all pushing me. They're calling you, go now. And I was like, no. The voices in my head was like, maybe they made a mistake.
Hey.
What if you climb that stage now and your leg will just break? You fall down and everybody now laugh at you. And those thoughts were playing in my head. And so I was so focused on the thoughts that I did not move. And then a teacher was standing right in front of us, and she was looking at us, and she said, oh my, what a timid girl.
Oh my God.
So I said, timid? Am I timid? That's when I knew that there was something. Second part of the story. Then, as they kept on calling other names, they called one of my friends in a different class. She came out like, yo. And everybody was hailing her. And she was like, thank you. And I was like,
hey,
why can't I be like her? Why can't I do that? Why was I so afraid to come out? That was the second thing. Like I saw a different person, not being shy.
Yeah.
Accepting it, celebrating their success,
owning it.
Yes. And something in me like said, Steph, look at that. Look at that, Steph. The third thing that then happened, after the assembly ended, I then went to the staff room to say, please, they called my name. But I was afraid to come outside. And they were like, son, no, I don't care. Leave this place. Go to your classrooms. And they chased us away. So I couldn't get my prize. I lost that opportunity to get my prize. And it pained me. But that was the moment I realized that this thing that I had normalized in my head was not normal. It was my first wake-up call.
Did you tell anybody at home? Like,
So when this happened, I was in boarding school.
Oh.
But my mom used to look at me and say things like, why is my child shy? My mom is a lawyer. Very bold, audacious. Like, she says her mind.
Oh, my God.
I wanna, as in, she's like courageous. She's so bold. So my mother could not understand
it.
How did the child that I raised
Busted.
turn out like this? Like, why is she shy? Why can't you talk? My mother, during my mother's childhood, she used to stand in front of stages, read poems, recitations, all those things. So she will be teaching me all these poems at home, so that me too, I'll go and stand on the stage.
I'll be reciting.
Problem.
Hey.
I will learn it all. I will learn this. I will learn the poem. I will learn the song. We'll be doing it all in the evenings. That's how we used to spend our evening time. We'll be singing song, we'll learn it. But to go and stand on the stage, fire. Fire. And my mother, I think she was just, when I think about it now, I'm like, she must have just been like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this child is like this. I was a bold child. I was very confident. Why is my daughter not confident? My first daughter, why is she not confident? I used to say it all the time. But she would say it, and okay.
Leave it.
It is well.
So do you think boarding school contributed to any of that?
No.
Okay.
It was there before boarding school.
Okay.
Boarding school is just where I started to really, really, really notice it. There were many instances. As in, I have stories. There was one I lost an opportunity to travel overseas because of this. When I was in my SS2, they came to come and, some organization came to come and do a competition in my school, a writing competition. And I was the best in the South-South region. I schooled in Port Harcourt. So all the states in the South-South region, I was the best. They now said, okay, there's a second level of the interview process. Come and speak. Lara, say we should come and speak before a small audience. That's where the katakata now
busted.
As in, when it was time for me to stand before this audience, I had my notes, but then I started to do this. The environment,
Jesus.
the environment, and the environment, and I just like read my notes and I didn't look up. Just read my notes and I didn't look up. Now there were about 12 of us there. Thereabout. They shortlisted about 6 people. Thereabout. I can't remember the numbers, but so what I'm saying is that it was not one person.
Yeah, I get
So there's
that.
6 people. And then they took these people on an all-expense paid trip outside Nigeria. They got passports for them. They paid for, as in, we're in school. So they got passports for them. They flew them out to represent Nigeria in one youth conference, something. The girl from my school that went, when she came back with phone. I said, Lara, when I saw her,
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I'm like, they didn't pick me. So, I heard that they didn't pick me. But then, the woman that organized this whole thing, she came back to the school to look for me. And she didn't see me, but she left a message. I want that little girl to know this, that she was the first on our list. She was the first on our list. But when we saw that she couldn't speak in public, we said, it would be disservice for her to go and represent Nigeria acting this way. And that's how I lost that opportunity, because I was afraid to speak.
Hey.
Lara, I cried,
Hey.
I went to an empty classroom. Like, if she did not tell me, I'll just be like, okay,
They didn't pick me. Yeah.
But when you realize that you did yourself,
Yes.
you did yourself.
Yes.
I couldn't blame anybody. I blamed myself. I went to an empty classroom and I cried.
Hey.
I cried, oh, I cried. As in, and this empty classroom, and nobody was there to tell me sorry. So I was just there crying.
Jesus.
When I finished crying, I cleaned my tears. And then I said out loud, I have a voice that the world must hear.
How old were you?
I think I was 15, thereabouts. I did not know I would be a speaker. I don't know any of this. But I just said it. I have a voice that the world must hear. This nonsense has to stop. And so I became deliberate about working on myself from that time.
This is what we call significant emotional experience. See who I'm talking to. What?
Yeah, that's when it started. So, but this was like SS2. So that's why by the time my classmates started to see me, when social media came out, they're like, it's not the same Stephanie. I was like a wallpaper.
Like, you just be there.
Yes, and I love being a wallpaper, because one of my biggest gifts is to observe and to listen. So I would just be there looking at all of you. I won't say a word. But if you ask me to write down what happened in that place, the way I would tell that story of what happened in the place, because I was listening. I was not the center of attention. I was the wallpaper, just watching all of you. So I had honed my writing skills, my ability to observe, ability to listen, and I loved it. It's where I was comfortable. I don't have to be in the limelight. Just keep me in this my writing, and I'm fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
And so, but I had to. This experience pushed me out of that writing is not the only thing you can do.
Yes.
You can speak too. You have a voice.
Yes. So what did you start doing when that you made that declaration out loud?
I don't know what I started doing. Can I remember? I think one of the things that significant things that happened to me is that after graduating, like a year later, I attended Covenant University. You see, Covenant. Let me explain to you what's happening in Covenant. Covenant, they are brainwashing us. They brainwash us. The only thing is that we were brainwashed positively.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
When I think about it now, Bishop, oh my God, for 4 years, I consistently heard you are a world changer.
Yes.
You are a solution provider.
Yes.
You have it. So imagine that you are hearing this thing every day, everywhere you go, you're hearing it. It's a core value. Everybody's saying it.
Yes.
All the facilitators, all the
lecturers
the lecturers are saying it. The women in the halls are saying it. Everybody's saying you're a world changer. Everyone's saying you're a world changer.
You will become a world changer.
You go to church every week. I'm telling you, you're a world changer, solution provider. Lara, by the time you're done, the way you see yourself has changed. You too, you believe you're a world changer.
Yes.
You start to show up as a world changer.
Yes.
So that's what happened to me.
Yes.
I entered a transformation cooking pot. I won't be surprised if you have a school in the future. Yes.
Why did you say that?
It just came to me. Because what
you people heard that or you heard it here
first? Let me tell you what Papa did.
Yes.
It's like catch them young.
Yes.
Catch them young.
So
they caught us young. How old was I when I that Covenant? Imagine you are at that young age, your mind is still forming, and then they start to tell you that you can change your world. They start to give you entrepreneurship training. They had something called Total Man Concept.
Stephanie, let me just cut you. So I started going to Winners when I was in SS3. I know you don't know. I was in the choir. I share my story today that I will not be where I am today if I didn't go to Winners. And I can say it confidently on this platform. Bishop Davido Idepo. Now, I don't have the intention or the desire or the need to relocate. I heard it first there. A lizard in Nigeria cannot become an alligator in America. I will be here and I will collecting dollars. I will collect. What are you saying? All my family still goes to Winners till today. You know, we live in Ota. My family house. I grew up in Ota. Yes. So we were doing Songo Winners Ota before Shiloh now came. You understand? So I joined Kenaland 99. We were carrying pong pong. So I was there. When we were going to lay the foundation for Covenant University like this on Sunday, when we moved from Faith Tabernacle to there, I was there. Yeah. So I know what you're saying. I know when you hear something positive. Over again. Winners built me up. It made me realize that, you know, you don't have a disadvantage, irrespective of where you are coming from. Of your location. You are a world changer.
Yes.
Are we not changing the world today?
Yes.
So I wanted to tell you that.
Yes.
Because I relate very well.
That's where
I don't joke with Shiloh.
That's where the cooking pot, that's where it happened. And this thing, the transformation takes time. And so they were laying it brick by brick, layer by layer. And one day, I just realized that I was a different person.
Yeah.
And I did not even know who were telling me. I'm like, so I can't say I know the one that everything shifted, but because my identity had shifted, and the way I saw myself, everything had shifted. In fact, Lara.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Stephanie, you don't know anything. What? So you just went like that, and became this Stephanie.
Well, there are many.
Journey.
It was a journey.
Yes.
It was a journey, Lara. I had to face my biggest fears. When I was in Covenant, I started my business in year 2.
The Ankara thing.
No, it wasn't Ankara.
Wasn't the
then.
Ankara?
It wasn't Ankara, it was beads. The accessories business. So I started in year 2 because I was hearing entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Like, world changer.
Yes.
Something. So I just found myself starting a business. On my second year in university, I was just 17. Now, when I started this business, guess what came back to haunt me?
What? Speaking.
You have to speak to yourself.
Yes, no.
You have to speak to self.
Can't be a wallpaper selling now.
Yes, you can't. You have to. So it was a struggle for me. I won't lie, because I've had wrong ideas about selling. I thought selling was begging people to buy. I thought selling was convincing people to buy. So I had a lot of fears around asking people to pay for my accessories, and so I played small. I will not sell, and I'll be like, oh, it's okay. You know, and at that
age,
I'm
not hungry.
Exactly. Yeah. It's pocket money. I'm not like anything. But the reason I started the business was my creativity was starting to bubble. But I just realized that I wasn't really pushing it until one day my classmates came to my room and saw me making accessories. So like, Stephanie, this looks so nice. You make accessories? I'll be, it's so nice. Where did you get these things from? I showed her where I bought my materials from. She was like, nice. And then she left. Next semester, she came back. She started her own accessories business. My necklaces are 700 naira. No, mine are 800 naira. Hers were 700 naira.
Hey!
My necklace, I would conceptualize the necklace, look for how to make it creative. She had one design.
Signature.
She had one design, yes. Then she turned her room, her bedside, into a factory. Honestly. She was making the beads like, it was like machine. She was doing it quickly. And then she would make like 100 necklaces and then go door to door, knocking on doors, selling. I would now, the following day, I would go for chapel service. You know, we all used to go to church together.
Yes.
We would go for chapel service and just notice that everybody is wearing her necklace. They're wearing her necklace.
How did you feel?
Lara?
I'm crying for you. Hey!
But this God is kind.
Yes.
I had to wake up. My friend came to my room. Stephanie, get serious! Stephanie, get serious. See what's happening. As in, my friend was like, so I was still like, wow. My friend was like, Stephanie, see what's happening? For what? Stephanie, so she like, wake said, okay, I'm going to start selling.
Your competitive business. Jesus.
And that's how I was forced to start
to wake up.
trying to sell. But that period was a beautiful period for me because I started overcoming my fears around selling.
Can you imagine?
From that age.
Can you imagine?
I started overcoming those fears.
But look at how you took it. You know, if it was another child, they hate me. The world hates me. She's a bad person. I'm not good enough. Do you know? Another child could have taken it like that. But look at you. He woke you up.
I just woke up. I was like, see what's possible. See what's possible. If you don't have this fear, see what's possible. Although I couldn't do door to door like she was doing, but at least all my friends will buy necklace.
So you would tell them. You started talking with your
I
mouth.
I started talking about it. And so I started finding my own style, what I'm comfortable with, what I can do easily. You know. So if you notice, I sell a lot, but you may not even know that I'm selling.
Yes.
Because I have found the style that's authentic to me that I can do comfortably without feeling unsafe in my body. Do you understand? I'm comfortable talking about my products and all that, but I'm doing it in a way that I enjoy.
Yes. Like you make us safe. That want to buy. You will be happy buying.
Yes. So that's when I started learning all those kind of things at such a young age. And you know, it's just now I'm realizing how privileged I was to start at an early age.
Yes.
Because now I'm like, when I see that people still have this kind of fears, I'm like,
we don't pass this one, no. Since like 45 years ago.
I'm like, where do we start from?
What?
Yeah.
You know, and then hearing that you were a first class student.
Yes.
With you selling. Was that not a distraction or anything?
No, it wasn't.
What did you study?
Computer science.
Oh, so you're a genius like this.
Yes, I will claim it. Yes.
You're a genius.
But I'll say, even at that time, I created systems.
How?
So, for example, after class, I realized that if I just read every day, I'll be fine. If I just read every day, I'll be fine. So I had a system of after class, I go for lunch. After lunch, I go and sit down in the library. Whoa. So I went to the library every day.
Every day?
I had a seat in the library.
So you were not social, you were not doing all this
Well, there's time for everything. But there's time for reading. So I would read in the library for some hours, and I would stand up and go and do other things. But I had that consistent practice of going to the library, because when I go to the library, I will read what I learned about. If I don't understand it, I will go and get a textbook. I will read more. If I don't understand it, I'll go and look for a friend who can explain it to me. If I don't, so it's not in exam period that I am now shaking around.
People like
exactly.
Us, that was me. My exam. I hated reading. I could read novel. I would read love. But you see that my school book, I know they read them. No. When the exam is coming 3 days before, I will not be.
That's so much pressure. That's so much
I will be drinking coffee. Wake me up at 3 o'clock.
Doing exam period is just revision, because I had done the work ahead of time. So I had found a system that worked for me. Also, from my first semester, I had decided to make a first class. We had a session in Covenant. Yes, I decided. I don't know anything about first class and all of that. I don't know anything about that. My parents were not like, you must have first class. They never said that to me. But during the orientation period in Covenant, they explained what first class means and what you need to do to get a first class, how to calculate GPA. So I was on my bed and I was just thinking, so that means that if I just make a B in all my courses, I can make a first class GPA. I just thought about it. Okay, so let me try and make an A. The worst case scenario, I'll make a B. And so for me to make an A, I need a plan, I need a routine. And so I created a routine that allowed me to just always.
Where did you learn all these things from? Because to me, at that age, it's boys that was my head. Which nonsense routine? It's how to look for lunch, how to look fire, how to look. Why was your own brain like that one? No wonder I not come with anything close to first class. What's first class? Jesus. So
that was it. I really accredited to the routine. The routine. So I enjoyed that whole process. I got used to it. Even till now, I'm still a big believer in routines.
Yes.
They make you to be so productive.
Yes.
You look like a superstar.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's what happened.
Yes.
So every day I just did that. I had friends I could go and meet for help. Till today, we are still very good friends. My friends made first class too.
Wow.
My very good friend in secondary school, in university, also made first. So I had like a network of people who were also trying to, had the same goals, you know. We supported each other. And then I still had other things I was doing. I was in sanctuary keeper.
Yeah. Wow.
School. I had friends. Like, I had a balanced life, you know. So you think about it. How am I going to structure my life? And I did it.
I don't know. I think your parents did a good job on you.
I want to have me to hear that.
17 structure. What are you saying? Routine. Doing what? What? Like, but I'm so glad because look at where you are today. All these things paid off. Look at me now. I had to learn routine by fire, by force. You understand? When I realized that I want to be a great business person, I want to build an empire, I want to be a powerhouse, I want to lead people, you know, all those, I am sanguine, I am gwing, I am this one. You will reprogram and recreate yourself. I'm telling you, you will retrain yourself.
Yeah.
No matter what your temperament is. I used to say for a long time, I only like to speak, I don't like to write. And you want to sell. Will you not write book? Will you not? Now I write very well. Absolutely well. So what you're saying, because some of us, like I was saying that when I was your age, I wasn't doing like that. Now old age, I had to learn, retrain, and start doing those things that you had started doing at age 17. So you were so privileged. You were so, and I need to tell your mom, Mommy, you did a good job.
Thank you, Mommy. Mommy, thank you. My parents were phenomenal, actually.
Yeah.
My mom is still alive. She was...
Yes. So I also know, I don't know if you'd like to talk about this. If you don't like, it's okay. Let's just move. I knew that your dad passed.
Yes.
You know, a long time ago. And I saw, you know, how you took it very, do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, you wrote about it. You talked about it. You know. Why are you looking surprised? Like,
Because it's my mother.
Yes, I know. You know, but people don't, it's not a lot of people that express their pain out there. Do you understand?
Okay.
You get.
Okay.
Because, you know, I know it's your dad.
Yes.
You know, I lost my dad. And for 1 year, actually, I couldn't talk about it. I'm not joking, no. I don't even, I'm not joking. See, the way she's like, Lara, what is your problem? I'm telling you. So when I see you write about it, I'm like, I like how this person can be vulnerable with her pain. You know, I really liked it. I'm like, me, why couldn't I be like that? But I was just like, I think I shut down. And I went into performance mode. As the firstborn from my, you know, wherever, my family, all of those things, I just went into performance. We have to do burial. We have to do this one. I didn't even have time to grieve, to process. So when I see you talk about it and write about it, I'm like, this was what I was supposed to be doing. No wonder my head is like this today. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
But that was the way I could process it. It was a lot. The pain was a lot. It was like a release. You know, my dad was a very present father. Very present. Oh my God. So when he died, like I was in that mood because a burial had to be planned.
Yeah, and you're the first child too.
My mother was grieving. My mother was mourning. Like she couldn't even you know. So but it was I and my siblings that we just had to stand up and start working. So we're doing. But when on the real burial day, when I saw him
being lowered,
that's when it dawned on me that he had really gone. That's when my own grieving started. What did you do? And the pain. It's almost as if, you know, I remember that I'll be like, what are we doing here? My father's burial. My father. You know, it's like, is this real? How can this be happening? Do you understand? So there were so many emotions. Lara, I had to find a way to
release it.
To release them all. And writing was one of those ways. And I'm not trying to be a superwoman. I'm going through pain. You know? I'm going through pain. I'm deeply wounded. You know, when you're wounded, you cry.
Yeah.
So I was crying. It was a way I was like crying. And I realized now that because I did all of that, I received a lot of love.
Yeah, of course.
People love me. Oh.
I like that.
People love me.
Oh. Can you imagine?
People love me. I received a lot of love. When I think about the things that people did for me, how they showed up for me. Some people, oh no. If I stand them, as in the love that I received in that period. Gosh. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Honestly. But that's the only way I knew how to process it.
So did that help you to heal from, the pain?
So what really helped me to heal was conversations with God. I asked him, why did my father die?
Did you hear anything back? What did you hear?
He said that my father has fulfilled his purpose on earth. I said, but he was in his 60s. How can you say he has fulfilled his purpose on earth?
Then he's not 90.
Yes. I've not even married. I've not seen me marry. I've not walked down the aisle with me. So how did he finish his purpose? And God said, how old was my son when he died? Jesus was 33. He left when he had finished his purpose. I said, okay.
So that was it.
I said, so who will be my father now? Because I was the daddy's girl. If my car spawns on the road, I would just, those people that are just talking there, I would just call my father, Daddy, my car, they bashed my car. My father will start coming from wherever he is.
Hey, what?
I'm telling you, he will start coming. Okay, wait for me, I'm coming. I will just leave the key, leave the matter, and go. Father will take care of it. So the daddy's girl.
Hey.
So I said, when I traveled, he would come and pick me in the airport. He was that kind of person.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And this kind of things I'm telling you, I didn't think they were a big deal because I was used to it.
Yes.
It's when people started telling me,
your dad.
Your dad is here. I'm like, yes.
Yes. Is your own dad not here?
He's not supposed to be here. You understand? So I had normalized it, and so I was not like, so who is going to be my daddy now? Who will I call when my car spoils? God said, I will be your father. I said, okay. So I started a new relationship with God.
Can you imagine?
Yes. As in, there's no, when they say God the Father.
Yes.
No, someone will just say God the Father. God. Now it is now God the Father, my only Father. You are my only Father, and that really healed me. Acknowledging God as my Father. But there was a process.
Of course.
Like I'll tell you something interesting that happened. I noticed that on the anniversary of his death, every year, I would just be sad. The sadness would just come. I will not even know I'm sad. My mood would just change. On the first year, I was prepared. All of us were prepared. Like the first year anniversary of his death, we did a praise session in my house. We called the ministers and we were praising God regardless. We're praising. It was beautiful. Like we didn't cry. We were like, okay, God is good. But the second year we did not do the praise session. I remember that I went to Dubai and I was just like, something is wrong with me. I don't know what it is. The body knows.
Yes, now it stores, body stores trauma.
The body stores it.
Yes, it stores it.
There's something wrong with me, I don't know. And I sat down and I realized that it's the anniversary. I said, wow. So even if I'm in Dubai, I'm here, busy, doing this, doing that. I know that I'm not okay. Now, a few days ago, my friend sent me a message. She said, Steph, I'm just checking in on you. It's the anniversary of your dad's death. How are you? I'm like,
goodness.
There's
That's
no more
healing.
sadness.
Yes. That's healing. That's healing.
No pain. Like, my body is not doing any harm.
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
So she was checking in. Are you okay? I said, oh, I'm fine. My father is resting. Let him rest. Let him rest. My father is resting. I'm fine. I have work to do. Let me
go and focus.
Yeah.
So what do you think you can attribute to that?
I would say his relationship with God, talking to God as a father. Talking to God. And I've had several fights with God, quote unquote fights. But that relationship, God healed me. That's the only way I can say it. God healed me. If that's why when if you lose somebody, the only thing I can say to you is that at that moment, of course, the last person you want to speak to is God.
Yeah.
Because you are saying, why?
How did you allow?
Why did this?
Yes.
All of that. That is like the normal. But the perfect response is to go back to God and cry there. Go back to God and cry there. Let God heal you. He's the only one that can heal you the way, in a way that you'll be whole. You have to go back to God's feet and cry there. You cry there, He will heal you. And in fact, God will now begin to show you that He's sovereign. What that means is that you don't have the full picture. You don't know why it had to happen the way it happened. There is a reason. But because you only see in one dimension, you can't see the big picture. You know, so God will begin to show you. You know, and it's that trust in God, that God, I'm not happy, but I trust you.
I like that. You. I'm not happy, but I trust you. So, thank you for sharing this, because this is so pivotal for a lot of people. Some people don't know how to navigate grief. You understand? In fact, I've seen talks or comments like, it doesn't go away, you just learn to move with it, you will never heal from it.
Oh, you heal.
You know, when I see those things, I just smile, because it's not true. Okay, so then I've known you to be this successful businesswoman. I say that with a sense of...
Let's say businesswoman.
Yeah.
Let's say businesswoman. Maybe say speaker, say coach.
Okay.
Say business coach.
Sorry, I should not downplay you. Successful business coach.
Okay, yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Like, I've seen you do that. And I told you before, and I'll say it here again, like, I've been reading your emails for years now, watching your videos, and I still do till today, because they are always relevant to every level of my life. You know, and then I was scrolling through Instagram one of those days, and then I saw this is the anniversary of my surgery. I'm like, hey! First of all, I was stunned that you would put it out there, because you don't strike me as somebody who, you know, put out their personal business and stuff like that, which was why I reached out to you. In fact, with fear and trembling. You know, so what happened? I was so curious.
Okay, so that particular post, it was celebratory. Like, you know, when you do surgery, you realize that anything could have happened.
Yeah.
So when I woke up, I said, God preserved me. It means that there's work for me to do on earth.
Yes.
It's not time for me to go yet. God preserved me. So I was in that place of, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you. So I was celebrating, and then I was also celebrating my helpers. Like that, I had the friend that helped me during that season. And let me just quickly explain what happened. I woke up one night with a sharp pain by my side. It was so sharp, I couldn't stand straight. I was bent over. I had never felt that kind of pain before. I was like, what's happening? So I was bent like this, you know, and when I went back to sleep, I had to stay in a way so I would not touch this side. So the first thing, the following morning, I went to the hospital, and they told me that I had multiple fibroids. Like, don't you know? I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You know? And they were like, you need to do surgery fast.
Like, was it like he was big, or he was... Because some people live with fibroid, manage it for years.
That my tummy was growing.
Okay.
Like, and then some people had even asked me if I was pregnant. I said, I'm not pregnant.
I only got
the
pregnant.
position of one of the fibroids is here, so it's just growing big. So you can live with fibroid, but my own was like protruding like this, and I was very uncomfortable around it. When I look at myself in the mirror, all I'm seeing is that big thing.
Yes.
You know, so, but I was afraid of doing any surgery, and so I procrastinated. I was looking for different ways. They say you can drink this celery juice. Okay, let me go drink celery juice. I drank celery. I'll go.
You go grow for your head.
I will go for checkup. It's still there. I said, okay, there's another procedure you can do, laser. I tried that, and said, okay, let me see. They said the thing will be shrinking. I said, okay, let me see. The thing was still there, so I had to do the surgery after 2 years. But I wasn't ready. Then one of my friends, It's almost as if she got sent her and she just sat on my case. Shift my beliefs. Because there were so many negative beliefs that I had and fears.
Which way?
Surgery. How do I do surgery? You know, like, what is wrong with surgery? You will do it, you will heal quickly. That's how she said it. You will do it, you will heal quickly. She said, you know, I'm like, okay, just go to the hospital first. Just go and see doctor first. You are just here talking. Just go to the. So I went the first one. I had the conversation with the doctor, and he said, okay, we have to move ahead to do surgery. Pick a date. She made sure I paid. She made sure I showed up in the hospital. So that my friend is Siri and my sister. My sister leaves me. The two of them, they held my hand. I don't know if I could have done it alone. But they were back. You know, in the hospital, she was with me. When I was healing, she was with me. And then I had a group of friends who came and prayed for me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
They prayed for me. So, with all this love around me and the prayers and everything, I even had like some big aunties, big mentors that I said, I'm going to do this thing. And they were like, okay, Stephanie, we've prayed and everything's going to be fine. Go. So you see, I had support from mentors, support from my peers, from my family, from my friends, you know, and we went and we did it. And like my
were you
friend,
still afraid
like,
at the point of doing it?
No. I could not entertain fear. I had praise session in the hospital. I danced. Like I have a video of me dancing, but I didn't post it online. Okay. I danced. I said, God, take control. So when I danced and I entered rest, you see what they say, rest? I entered rest. I was now ready. So when they wheeled me in, the only thing I remember is they called my name, Stephanie, wake up. That's what I remember. And so I woke up and it was done. And I saw my body healing. Now, Lara, let me tell you something. I think that God allowed me to go through that process because of something very powerful. Okay. So when I was healing, you know, there was a big wound in my tummy, big wound. And during that process, because it was a deep wound, I couldn't stand up again. You know, I was on my bed. Me that I would just jump up and move. But because of the wound, I couldn't stand up. And when they removed the bandage, they used to come and clean it every 3 hours. And when they released me from the hospital, they said, you have to continue cleaning it every 3 hours. So I was doing it, you know, religiously, cleaning it every 3 hours. And then I started to see the wound heal. I started to see that the stitches were coming together. Like I was telling my doctor, the woman body is amazing. Yes. It has the power to heal. Yes. As in, I was just doing my swipe, you know, to clean the thing, and it was healing. And then I realized a very powerful principle that is equally important in business. That thing I was doing to clean it every 3 hours, I was checking in with my wounds daily. In my own instance, it was multiple times in a day, every 3 hours. But in business, you know, if I just use the same principles in business, I've been in business for over 20 years. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over 10 years. And so I've gotten so many emotional wounds. And I realized that when I ignore the wound, when I avoid it, I don't face it, I don't check in, I don't clean it, what happens? It gets bigger. The thing becomes something else. It develops into one big monster. And I will explain it in detail. Please do. So I noticed that for my physical body, what helped me to heal was those daily check-ins where I was cleaning the wound and I saw it healing. Okay. Now in my business, I had to take the same principles because at a particular point, I had really grown in my business. God helping me. But then, Lara, with success comes all sorts of things. So I would have clients that I will go over and beyond for, and they will not agree to give me a testimonial. And it will hurt me. It was a wound. Somebody that I would do plenty things for would just say, what value do you even bring? They may have said it in passing. Yeah, casually. They may have said it casually. They may have said it because they were angry. They may have said it by mistake. But that thing, storing, wound. I just realized that I had a lot of wounds that I had avoided. You see this, the hospital one, you can't avoid it.
Yes,
they'll
it's
tell
physical.
you, if you don't clean it, you have infection. They'll tell you. Okay, so you are checking it every time. But this, your business one, emotional wounds, you're leaving it there.
Yes.
And of course, an infection will enter into your heart.
Yes.
And so I woke up one day, Lara, and I did not have the energy
To
market.
which was your core principle.
I'll tell you something. The ability to market, to sell, it comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
But when your heart is filled with offense, you remember what this person said, what that person did, how this person did to you, what they did. After all I did, like, you are so upset at them. They don't even know. They don't even know, because me, I have a cheerful personality.
Yes.
I'm always laughing.
Yes.
I'm always
So
playing.
he's a
like,
mask.
if you annoy me, you may not even realize that you have annoyed me. But it's here. It's here. There are times where I was also naive. Like, I just did things from the goodness of my heart. But it was naive. When I think about it from a business point of view, it was naive. I did not have boundaries. I shouldn't have done that. I should have asked. Open your mouth and asked. The person is just using you, taking things from you, Stephanie, can you do this for me? Stephanie, can you do that for me? Stephanie, you are doing all. And then after everything, they make one silly statement in passing. And it, So I had that thing here. Emotional wounds. They had choked me like this. And I realized that I came on Instagram and I did not have any joy. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't play. Like, I'm doing the motions. I'm doing the motions, but it's not flowing. The same Steph. I know it. I know it's not the same Steph. And I don't know what the problem was.
So I was going to ask you, like, did you know then?
And when your business is not working, they'll say, do ads.
Yes.
Funnels. Email. I did everything. And I know all those things now.
Yes.
I did everything. No results. It got to a point that I broke down. Like, my business was making money, but you see the money it was making, it's like manna. Okay, you are making money so that you stay alive.
Yes.
But you see that overflow.
Yeah, he wasn't coming.
No overflow. It's just like, take this small one first.
So that you won't die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can take just take a small one. But you see, you'll be like, but this is
me.
This is me.
Yes.
I've done these numbers before.
Yes.
What is going on? At the point I was like, I spoke to one of my friends, like, I don't know what is wrong with me, but something is wrong with me. And I'm not able to generate, like, sales the way I used to be able to generate. I don't know what is wrong. She was like, maybe Stephanie, maybe you should go get a job. Humble yourself and get a job. So I was like, okay. At that point, I had reached the
rock bottom.
I was here. And I was humble. So I said, okay, how do they even get a job now? I've been an entrepreneur for 11 years.
Yeah.
They say that, you have to create CV. I started speaking to people. How would I get a job? Where will I apply to work on? I was still okay, let me not be as if I'm stubborn.
Yes.
Let me just be open-minded. If this is the issue, let me try it. God in prayer. I say, God, you said in Deuteronomy 28, verse 12, that you will bless the work of my hands. Why don't I feel blessed? I feel like I'm just living hand to mouth. I'm making money, but it's just small things here and there. Why am I going through this? Please tell me. And he said, verse 1 of that chapter. Verse 1 says, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the land.
Yes.
Okay? So if I'm not eating the fruit of the land, what it means is that I'm not obedient. I say, me? Disobedient?
Not willing?
Me? When? How? Tell me. Like, how? How did I disobey you? How? You say 5 years ago, I asked you to do something for me. You started. You stopped. 3 years ago, I brought it back. I asked you to do something for me. You started. You stopped. I've been asking you to do this work for me. And you have not done it.
What work?
Immediately, Lara, I knelt down. I said, God, I'm sorry. Because I knew what I was talking about. 5 years ago, he gave me a message. He gave me Fearless Gang. I had this. I made T-shirts. I don't
Yes,
remember.
yes,
Lara,
yes,
that
yes.
thing, it was growing too quickly. I was afraid. I shut it down. I was like, no. I don't know what this thing is. I'm not sure what this thing is.
Yeah.
You know, shut it down. Another time again, they invited me to come and speak on the platform. He told me, go there and talk about courage. I went there, but I was like, what does this mean? As in, I'm an online course person. I'm an online
what
course.
is courage?
What am I talking about courage? Like, so.
Wow.
Anyway, when I asked for forgiveness, I started doing the daily check-in with God. Every morning, I had a routine. I still have it till now, where I sit down and I ask God, what do you want me to do? Tell me, what do you want me to do? I'm willing to obey you now, back to back. If you say jump, I jump. If you say move, I move. And the Holy Spirit told me, oh yeah, write this person's name. Forgive her. God.
Hey!
Forgive her. Write that person's name.
Forgive her.
Write their names. You have to start forgiving them. I said, oh yeah, God, help me forgive. Yeah, let's pray about forgiveness. Pray for forgiveness. Pray, God, give me the heart to forgive. God, help me forgive. Help me. That's why I started to pray this prayer by myself. This is my daily check-in with God. Prayer, forgiveness. And the more that I forgave, I just noticed that my joy came back.
Oh.
My love came back. My energy came back. I was able to talk again on social media. I'm telling you.
Whoa.
I'm telling you. People started telling me, Stephanie, you have started writing again. I say yes. You started telling stories again. I say yes. Because my love is back. It's an energy. Love is God is love.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's all
Yes.
connected.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
but the
Yes.
cocoa is that the energy you use to sell is love. And when you are hurt from offense and all of that, you block love out. You block God out. So when I started to do this prayer for forgive everybody for the things that they don't even know about, that they may have said in passing, I started to forgive them.
Shame me, I'm not part of those people.
Love entered back into my heart. And the thing with love is that if I love you, I will sell to you.
True that.
I will sell to you because I know that the solution is in my program.
Yes.
And I want you to get the help.
Yes.
So I will reach out to you. Despite my personality, I will reach out to you and I will offer you a solution. That's sales.
A lot of people don't know this.
That's sales. So the moment I started to love again, I was now able to sell again. So healing helped me to sell.
Can you see?
Yes.
This is so shocking.
Yes. Healing those emotional wounds. They help me to make more money in my business. But this is not something that is
taught or talked about.
Because when they say how to make money is the hard thing.
Yes.
But for I found that for me, I'm a leader. I'm a leader of a movement.
Yes.
I cannot be angry. I cannot carry offense. So I have to learn things like, number one, setting healthy boundaries. Because I can give and give to a point of offense. Setting healthy boundaries. Asking for what I want.
Yes.
Being very clear in my communication. Okay, asking for clarification. You know, and also checking in with myself every day. This thing I'm telling you, this daily check-in. There are 3 things I check every day.
Okay.
Number 1, I check in with God. Do my daily check-in. I check my mindset. Where is my mind? Where is my mind? What thoughts am I thinking? Have I entered fear? Because when you enter fear, you now stop doing what God asks you to do. You're like, oh my God. And the fear can be anything. It can be fear of success, can be fear of failure. But when you enter into fear, but if you don't check in, Lara, if you don't do that daily check-in, the wound, the fear will continue to grow wings. And it will become infected. Do you understand? But when you check in daily, you can catch the fear before it becomes a monster. You can catch it and shift. So I check in with my mindset. What are my thoughts? I check in with my vision. Where am I going? Where is God saying I'm going? Am I aligned? The actions I'm taking, is it aligned? Do I have to take a bold action right now? What has God asked me to do towards that vision? Am I aligned? I check in. Then the last thing, I check in with my heart. Is there any offense? do I have to forgive? Who do I have to make excuses for?
God,
I now have a checklist, and I said I'm going to share with your audience. There's a checklist I now follow. Like, I don't play with this thing. Like, it is the most important thing. You highlighted that what helped me to make a first class was that I followed a routine.
Yes.
Now, this daily check-in is a routine.
Yes.
It's a routine.
Yes.
I check in. And all of this, I'm praying. It's part of my prayer time. I'm praying. I'm asking God to speak to me, reveal things to me. I may not know. You may be hiding somewhere, but reveal it. Somebody said something, rubbed me off the wrong way. I did like this. My body did like this. Holy Spirit, reveal it. Show me. Show me. I don't have time for offense. I don't have time for grudges. Show me. And the more it started to happen, the more I just saw myself transforming.
This is shocking. And it's so revealing. What? Do you know how many people have lost their joy? I know people that they were big in their business and they'll just tell me, I just don't have the energy anymore. This could be.
That is it. That energy is from within.
Yes.
It is the energy that pushes the business. But when there's no energy to push the business, everything stops. You are the force. You are the powerhouse.
Yes.
Powerhouse. You are the powerhouse. So when there's no energy to push, and where does it come from? It comes from all these things that may have clogged your heart. Fear. There's offense. There's disobedience.
Yes.
So you have to check in with yourself every day.
Yes.
It's like my next. The thing I'm saying now, check in, do your daily check-ins. Make it a routine.
Have you spoken about this? Have you done a video about this or right?
This is the first place I'm talking about.
Hey!
Apart from, I have a bold action mastermind.
Yes, I've been seeing
it. And that's where I help my clients implement it.
Okay.
But I haven't really I've not said talking about it outside like that. This is like the first place I'm really saying it.
Okay.
And how I arrived at it. And how I started doing it.
Yes.
Because, my first dispensation, like my first movements, helping people create online courses, I didn't have all these hang-ups. I just entered inside it, But now that how do I explain this? At the time I was starting like that, I did not have that, person offended me. I didn't have all of that. But now, there are some challenges that you get when you reach a particular level.
Yes, absolutely. I totally understand that. I get it. You get
So the higher you go,
yes,
the more things you see.
Yes.
And the more it affects your heart.
Yes.
That's why as a leader, leading people with different character.
Yes. Because also that's why you see some business people, rich people, they're cold.
Yes.
And you'll be wondering why.
Yes.
You don't know who have hurt them.
Yes.
Who have broken their hearts. So now they have no mercy, nothing, no, they just go. And like this person doesn't even have human feelings.
Yes,
you don't
that's
know
what has happened.
What killed.
Wound.
Yeah.
There's a wound.
This is so instructive.
There's a wound. But you cannot, there's a limit to how much God can use you if you have a heart of stone. So one of the things that God wants to do with our hearts is to make it like to his own heart.
Yes.
After all, we offend God every day and he will still forgive you.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So you too, you have to be able to let people go.
Yes.
You don't even have to have a conversation with them.
Yes.
You can let people go.
Yes.
And just move on.
That's one of the things I help people achieve in my healing school. Closure without talking to anybody.
Yes.
You don't have to talk to them. I have to express my mind. I have to let you know how I feel. If that helps you, good.
Okay.
But there are times that some people will not even get it.
Yes.
You are even going to add to the wound or whatever is going on.
Yes.
You understand? Let me quickly share one. Somebody like that, she came for healing. You understand? She was good. She said she wasn't talking to her dad for 10 years. And then she went to tell her dad, Daddy, I forgive you. Daddy, and the father said, it's like you cannot find husband now. They are now telling you who to go and talk to. My friend, you better go and fix your character.
Jesus!
I was like, you should have told me. Do you understand? That will add to the wound. Yes. You have to come back again for another session. Because you don't talk to people like that. It's not everybody that can handle that. You get. That person too has plenty emotional wounds that they are not even aware of.
Yes.
You get what I mean? So they won't even know what to say or how to say it. Just leave them. Go and deal with your own in your heart. Oh, Stephanie, this is so You know, when I asked you to come and share, did I know that you were going to go to this track? Talk about fibroid. No? Do you understand all the look at what you're talking about? And business, especially, because I'm also a business person. Sometimes I told you I isolated at some point. I was in a group, not even with you, with some people. You know, they talked badly about me. I got hurt. And I'm like, no more, nobody. I left 12 groups in one day. You understand? No more, nobody. I'm by myself. I'm building. I remember what you were talking about. Even that can even hurt you because you can build faster with people. Yes. But I just told myself, I'm going to do this here alone, not talking to anybody, nobody. But now, thank God, I've done my own daily shaking, plenty shaking, and I am healed. I'm telling you, it was a thing for about 7-8 years. I was telling you, I wasn't collaborating with anybody, nothing. I did my thing by myself. Sure. Because I was hurt brutally. You know, when you're a place where you expected to be loved. Do you understand? Amongst your peers, amongst your mentors, amongst your people. And that was where they, matched your wounded heart. It scarred me for years. So I totally understand what you're saying. Because if I didn't deal with that it got to a time where I'll see people's names and I'll just scroll. Do you understand? I'll see people, if I muted, unfollowed, because I'm like, no. Until just like you, one day, the Holy Spirit was like, what are you fighting for? What is your problem? You are doing well. These people, they did not even know. It was where they were at that particular time. You understand where the mindset was. So what are you? And I just like you're saying now, let everything go. Because I now blocked even people that would be good to me. No, I don't want no collab. Nothing. I was just by myself doing my thing. So this is so instructive, especially as business people, personal brands, people, business people, coaches, and you will not know. Just the feeling, generalize people.
Yes. It's everybody's like
this. People are just takers.
Meanwhile,
they just want to use you.
There are people who love you.
Genuinely, I can tell you.
Like, there are people that are looking for ways to help you, ways to show support.
Yes.
But because you have locked yourself in out of anger.
Miss out on those people. Yes. Because
and when they come and meet you, they just see when someone like
this, they're like, what's wrong with that? Calm down. Anything you don't know, skip it. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. Okay. Do you understand? So trust me, you will like it. Because everybody that has done it, they always like it. Stephanie, I reject this spirit that will not make me find this thing in the name of Jesus. I have found it. I'm scrolling to it. Yes. Your name is even there. In big cap, Steph Obi. This or that game.
Okay.
So, morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Coffee or tea?
Tea. Movies
or books?
Books.
Really?
Yes.
Anyway, first class. Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
None.
I like that. So what do you like? Vacation. What do you like to do for vacation?
I can't tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. I like to go to museums.
Really?
Yes, I like to immerse myself in the city, studying the culture, the history.
You're just a weird person. Very weird. But beautifully weird. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Texting or calling?
Texting.
Yes, because I heard you talking to somebody. Don't call me. Netflix or YouTube?
I don't know.
Why?
These days, it might be YouTube.
Yeah, true. Dining or takeout?
I eat at home.
Oh. Cats or dogs?
None.
Me too. None. Work from home or office?
Work from home.
I know you now, queen of work from home. Music or podcasts?
Music.
Sneakers or sandals?
Sandals.
Comedy or drama?
Comedy. Hey.
Because you can laugh.
Comedy.
Queen of laughter.
I want you to be laughing.
City life or country life?
Well,
if which one is country, you should say city life or village life.
City life. Please.
You like city?
Yes.
Okay. So another one. What is the term for a customer's journey from awareness to purchase? You've talked about it here today. I swear, if I tell you the answer,
you'll be so
my producer went to dig you. They went to dig you. Sales funnel.
Okay,
Yes.
Funnel.
Yes. Who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich?
Napoleon Hill.
Of course. What is the most commonly used social media platform for professional networking?
Well, some people say it's LinkedIn.
Okay.
I believe it's Instagram. I
Me
believe
too.
it's everything.
Yeah.
Anywhere you find yourself, network.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the 80-20 rule in business, also known as?
Pareto principle.
What does CRM stand for in sales?
Customer relationship management.
She is yourself. I don't want to say yourself now. What is a lead magnet in online marketing?
So it's a free gift that you give to an audience to sign up for your email list.
Yeah. What is the most important factor in writing a high converting sales page?
You must show proof.
You say it all the time.
You must show proof.
Okay. So what they wrote here is a strong call to action.
Well, I think you must show proof.
Social proof. Testimonials.
Proof, yes.
Which successful entrepreneur said your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life? Even me, I'll never know this one.
I don't know. Everybody says it.
I'm telling you, this one is Steve Jobs. I would never have known it. What is the opposite of a scarcity mindset?
Abundance. Abundance.
What is the name of the platform that allows people to create and sell online courses easily?
Are they paying you for this? I'm not going to mention anybody's name. Is it a sponsor? If not sponsored,
No.
about it.
What is this one that they even wrote? Me, I've never even heard of this platform before. I better leave that one out. But you see, like I always tell people, you're not the only person. Lara, don't come and embarrass me online. I don't even know. We always ask questions in relating to your field or things that you'll be and you can just tell me, I'm not answering. Leave me alone. Do you understand? So I have thoroughly enjoyed this, Stephanie, and like just exactly what you said earlier, that the way you sell is you sell from your style. Your people will never know. This conversation. That's what has happened. Like it was just gist. And all of that. But I remember before I go that you said you have an offer or something to share.
Yes, so I wanted to, I talked extensively about the daily check-in and how it really helped me to heal. And I saw a transformation in my business. I decided to create a checklist for other leaders, people who are creating online courses, creating communities, building a movement. Like, that you are here to help a lot of people.
Yes.
You are here to impact lives.
Yes.
You need the daily check-in checklist. It's a list of things to ask yourself while you're doing your check-in in the morning. Like it's like a pause, 30 minutes. You pause and you say, okay, you sit down with God and say, let me ask myself this question.
Yes.
To make sure that there's no offense in my heart, there's no fear in my heart, there's no hang-up. And if there is, you can quickly shift out of it.
Okay.
So I created a checklist and anybody listening that wants to learn more about it can download it.
Okay.
It's at stephobi.com/daily check-in.
Can you say that again?
I will also put it leave a link so they can get it.
Okay.
stephobi.com/daily check-in. It will change your business. It will change the way you show up as a leader. It will change the amount of money you're able to generate.
Wow.
It will change how easily money can flow into your business. I don't know if we really have time, but let me quickly explain. In business, there's hustle and then there's flow.
Yes.
Hustle is when you're doing to make money, you're doing things. But then when you have love in your heart, I'm telling you, you begin to create products that will make it easy for people to just pay you. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are a premium brand. Okay, working with you one-on-one is an investment.
Yes,
as it should be. Okay, but it is love in your heart that will make you say, let me create a more accessible online course that somebody can just watch on their own and get results, even if you don't speak to me one-on-one. That decision comes from a place of love. I want to help this set of people that cannot work with me one-on-one yet for one reason or the other. Okay, so if you have that online course set up, and because you created it out of love, okay, and then you set up systems for you to sell every day, you will wake up to credit alerts. And that is what they call flow.
Yes. Instead of hustle.
Yes. So, but it is this daily check-in, love in your heart, and all of that helps you to do that. And just in case you want to create an online course, we have a program called Done in a Week. It helps you create your online course in 1 week, and you get paid in just 7 days. You will create a course, you will get paid in 7 days. Out of love. Okay? Out of love. Exactly the solution. And you can also get it if you just follow me on Steph Obi. You will see me talk about it in my bio, but I'll also share the link.
Yes, of course. And all of this, we'll be scrolling on the screen.
All right.
As in, this is like a master class plus healing conference plus therapy plus gists. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was so therapeutic for me.
Oh, thank you, Lara.
It also allowed me to also share for my own daily chicken. Thank you so much, Steph. And if you're watching this, look at all the things that Steph has shared. Look at emotional wounds, physical wounds, and look at how she healed from it, from the death of her dad, from her shyness. Look at who she is today, a queen with bold voice, and a signature laugh. I will always add that, So I've learned a lot from this, and I'm sure that you too have learned a lot. Check her on stephobi.com, and I'm telling you, this woman has been a part of my life for so many years, business-wise, and she has no idea, because she has foresight, she has powerful nuggets and teachings that has helped my business for every level I've been. She's always relevant. She always has one relevant information that will help me, in every area of my life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you, before I leave, after hearing Steph, you now know that it is never too late to start over. See you on the next episode. Bye for now.